Okay, it's the next day. I think it's Wednesday, yes. I had to look at my Fitbit. Alright, I'm going to try something with a spare broken piece of tile. I put some painter's tape on, obviously, the tile. This is where I want to keep. I want to take this and I want to keep this. Now I realize that as soon as the painter's tape hits the water, all bets are off. But it's going to be a guide for me, and if I can keep this painter's tape on throughout the process, it'll be a help. So I'm not going to be able to do this on camera, but I'll let you know. I'll give you, I'll keep you in the loop. So hold on. All right, so far so good. Obviously, I know there's a trick where you, and I'll do that here in a minute, where you lift your tile up to get the last remaining bit. But painter's tape is holding up. I'm going to move it over to this line now, and I want to get this. And then as soon as I have everything in the majority cut, yeah, see, the painter tape just wants to fall off. So let me get this side cut. Hold on. All right, that worked out pretty good. Now, obviously, the painter's tape I don't really need anymore. So I'm going to just remove that. And now I'm going to do the little trick where you lift your tile up, all right, and let the blade get the remaining. You can see the remaining, what I have to cut off there, right? So I'll do that off camera, and then I'll show you. I'll take you in the bathroom and I'll show you what I plan on doing. I just want to try this. I want to check it out because I'm still trying to decide what I want to do with those corners. Hold on. All right, still working it. One of my buddies came over, so everything comes to a halt. So hold on, we'll get back to it. Okay, so we're back in the bathroom, and here's my cut. Let's see, this is gonna have to go up a little bit more because I think I want that jolly sitting on the oh wait a minute, let's see, something's not right there. No, that's right. Okay, this is gonna come out. All right, trying to do this with one hand, it's not so easy. Okay, so that's the picture of the jolly sitting on that, and I like that. Now remember, there's going to be mud, so what I might actually do is pull this out a little bit so the mud has a place to go. Now, I am concerned. I know you're saying, well, Bob, there's an exposed factory edge right here. This edge, which is not supposed to be seen. This is the finish. This is just the factory that's not meant to be seen. And I realize that, but don't forget my little quarter round, or not the quarter round, my corner bead is going to be covering that up. But hold on, let me put a clamp. Let me get this cut piece underneath here, and we'll get a better look at it. Hold on. Okay, so here's what we got. Here's what we got. Now, the only thing that's going to be seen as far as the factory edge is this right here. Because I'm trying to, if I were to get fancy with the corner bead and notch that out, I don't think that would look too great. So I was planning on the corner bead coming up to this corner, this edge right here. And again, what you're going to see as far as factory is this right here. And of course, and all this. And I can't think of a way to get around that, because if I were to cut this out, this is what it would look like, that edge. So do I want this edge here, or do I want like a cut edge exposed? And that's the yeah, I'm still thinking about how to do this, and it's holding me up, but that's all right. I want to get this right. I want to get it right. And what else did I think about doing? Oh, I thought about moving this over. Yeah, let me set it up and I'll show you. Okay, here's another option. Let me push you in. There's another option to take everything as what you see, but then how do I finish this? Right? How do I finish that? I don't know. Because this is going to be mud. This is going to be mud. But how do I finish this? I don't know how I finish it. Just doesn't look right to me. It looks odd, you know. Yeah, it doesn't look, it looks short, you know, because that's not the opening of the compartment below. You can see, all right. So yeah, it doesn't look right. All right, so let me sit it back up with my fancy smanchy piece. Hold on one second. Okay, here we go. I like that. See, that looks like it belongs there. Right? I know. I'm in the weeds. I'm getting in the weeds. And my platform is in my way. I got to put that toilet on something so I can roll it around. Anyway, so this thing is, I've been fighting this thing for like the last couple of days. So I'm going to be fixing it today. All right. So that's where we are. And I like that. But then, you know, the corner bead is going to be, and oh, here's another thing I thought about. One last thing, then I'll let you go. I thought about pulling this out, moving it out, because remember the tub is, here's my tub line. All right? Here's where the tub is going to sit. And here's where my tile will be exposed. That's not, you know, and I knew that, right? Because obviously I drew that line, so I knew. So remember I talked about pulling this out, and the one drawback would be that this would be a corner to maybe, you know, bump into, and I know that I would be bumping into it at some point if it's going to stick out like an inch. But if I did that, let's see, what was I going to be doing? Oh, okay, yeah. If I did that, if I stuck this out, I could 90 my corner for the corner bead. So that was something I was thinking about too. So so I think that's my two options. This one, or pulling it out and putting like a fill piece in. Let's see, how would I do that? Actually, what I think I would do is I would build onto this like with a 1x. Yeah, that would give me whatever the thickness is for of a 1x. What is that? I don't think it's an inch because nothing's the way it's supposed to be. So anyway, I would build this out, put some gold wood on there, and that would stick out. And that would give me a little bit more of a shelf here, right? And so that's definitely, that's an option. So that's what we're down to, is we're down to this with corner bead going here and this being exposed. And I don't think I can clean that up a little bit better, because if I cut this off, this is what it's going to look like. Because there's no polishing this, right? There's no finish on, oops, there's no finish on there. The finish is here. This is the knot, that's, you know, so tile, and you're saying, well, just 45, do 45s. Well, no, I can't do that because I'm going to be covering it with corner bead. And this is thin tile to 45 anyway, because it's probably too thin and it's not going to work. You know, you can do 45s with thicker tile, but I don't know about this thin stuff. All right, so here's where we are. I definitely like this compared to the way I showed you the other way. And if I build out a shelf, that might be the way to go, because I can, you know, I can get rid of this this exposed piece. I know I'm rehashing stuff, so I'll leave you with this shot right there, and we're gonna think about it. And I'm going to see what I have as far as lumber. Maybe I'll do a mock-up and see how the mock-up would be. All right, sit tight. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Give me more to come.